over another book. Amen. 2 Timothy chapter 1. Once you found it, once you say, I got it. Let's declare it together with uplifted voices. For God has not given us the spirit of fear. Come on, declare it again. One more time. Bless the Lord. You may be seated. I began a journey this morning, homiletically, dealing with this one verse. I'm going to be preaching about it at all three of our services from three different perspectives. In our first service this morning at 7:30, I preached, all I want for Christmas is power. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but power. Look at the person beside you. Tell them, I'm going to get some more power by Christmas. In this, our second watch of the day, I want to preach using as a subject, all I want for Christmas is to be loved. All I want for Christmas is to be loved. In this instance, don't turn to your neighbor. I don't want them to get the wrong idea. Amen. Amen. I don't know who you're sitting beside, so amen. As Christmas, ladies and gentlemen, is supposed to be a time for celebration, regrettably for many, it's distressing and disturbing. The festivities affect feelings. Eggnog tastes spiked when you have to sip it alone. Multitudes are standing under the proverbial mistletoe with nobody to hold their hand. The old ballad bellows out, it's just another lonely Christmas. Well, there are many whose wish list includes a nice bag, a mink duster, a pair of boots, a designer watch, the latest computer. You'd be amazed to know how many people sitting on your road just wish to be loved. Love is one of the most confusing, complex, frustrating, fulfilling, agonizing, exhilarating, disappointing things that everybody wants. There is nothing else on earth that everybody has been hurt by, but is still driven by. There is no other subject matter that has been birthed that has caused more songs, more poems, more plays, more novels, more suicides, more movies, and amazingly is absent from a great deal of sermons than the subject of love. Do we really need it when many of us have coached ourselves into believing we are happy without it? Praise psychologist Harry Hurlow in the era of the 1950s did more to help us understand the underpinning of the psychosis of love than anyone else in his field. He experimented with monkeys because of the similarities of behavior is the closest akin to that of adolescent children. While it is that monkeys are a little bit more mature at birth and grow more rapidly, they were the safest control group in terms of how they respond to affection, perception, fear, and frustration. Dr. Hurlow began to study the dynamics between mother and child as the foundation as to how we interpret love. The effects of our affection in large measure are attributable to how our mother loved us or didn't love us. You saw how baby monkeys who were separated from their mothers, when a gauze cloth was thrown into the cage, they would hold on to the cloth as a substitute for the mother. When the cloth then was taken out of the cage, the monkeys began to rattle the cage and begin to go into fits of rage and temper tantrums. Hear me, until the cloth was put back in. I need you to hear me with a clear mind. The monkeys fell in love with the material as a substitute for love. So when they could not get natural affection, they would fall in love with something material. And they forgot then that their real love was for a person. But because they couldn't get to the person, they developed a relationship in their mind with a material. As a consequence, monkeys are materialistic. Any person who in fact falls in love with things at the same level that they ought to be loving a person has monkey behavior. Your affection, therefore, should not be about things that are tangible or material. And a lot of people have found themselves in the quagmire of debt because they fell in love with stuff in the absence of a person. So even you know people who, when they go through a breakup, go shopping. When people don't feel good about themselves, they overcompensate by dressing well. And so they'll scrutinize what everybody else has on in the hope you won't pay attention to how broken they are. A person who is in a fulfilling, mutually respectful relationship doesn't get caught up in material. Because when you really have a person who loves you, they will get past what you have on and see who it is that you are. Dr. Harlow then created 2 fake mothers to put in the cage with monkeys. One made out of wire and the other one made out of cloth. Both of them, ladies and gentlemen, were warmed by a light bulb. He painted on the front of the cloth as well as the front of the wire the picture of the face of a monkey, and then protruded through it an artificial breast so that they might feed from it. The monkey then, ladies and gentlemen, knowing what their mother looked like, fell in love with something that did not reflect them. But they stayed connected because they were getting fed. It's amazing how many people are in love with something that is not on your level.